The town celebrates the 4th of July, we pay a visit to Windrush Farm, plus we introduce the school district's new superintendent. All of these stories and more coming up on this edition of the North Andover Journal. Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of the North Andover Journal. I'm Morgan Healy and summer is off to a great start. First up, let's recap Independence Day, where North Andover celebrated in style this year with 3 days of festivities on the Common, including fireworks, a road race, a pie eating contest, and live music. North Andover CAM was broadcasting live from the Common with their portable studio in tow. You can check out all of the highlights and interviews in repeats on CAM Access all summer long. North Andover CAM will be broadcasting live from the field again on Tuesday, August 4th. That night marks the 31st Annual National Night Out, where you can meet North Andover's police force, see K-9 unit demonstrations, get safety tips, and learn more about the local town watch. And of course, everything at the event, even the food, is free. The event will be held in the Hayes Stadium at the middle school. Did you know that country's premier equine assisted therapy center is right here in North Andover? Marge Kittredge founded Windrush Farm in 1964, and after 51 years, it's still considered one of the best in North America. We spoke with Development Director Jennifer Wasson to find out more about the programs that are available.
My name is Jennifer Wasson, and I am the Development Director here at Windrush Farm. Windrush Farm is a therapeutic equitation center. We have been around for 51 years now. We were actually one of the first therapeutic equitation centers in the United States. We were founded by Marge Kittredge, who believed that all of us are capable to do more than we believe. During the year, we work with children and adults with special needs, veterans, youth at risk, victims of human trafficking, patients in rehabilitation, and more. Our Pony Pal program includes both recreational riders as well as some of our therapeutic clients who are much more independent on a horse. They are here 5 days a week, starting at 8:30, and they take care of the horses, they get them ready to ride. They have 2 riding classes a day. It's children ages 6 to 14. And they pretty much get to learn what it's like to have a horse. We also have our Giddy Up and Grow program, and this is a summer program where we work with youth at risk. These are children that don't have an opportunity to get out on the farm and get dirty. They typically range in ages from 10 to 14 and come from the Lawrence North Shore area. Every day is different, depends on what skills they might be learning. We have a number of areas that our students can ride. We have our indoor arena. We also have our outdoor arena. We have almost completed our work on our new Veterans Obstacle course. We got a grant through Path International for this, and it will actually be one of the only ones of its kind in the area. We've been able to partner with Youth Build Lawrence, a local group, and they have actually been able to build many of our obstacles. So it's a win-win on many levels. And we actually just received funding as well to build a new sensory forest. So we'll incorporate colors, sounds, textures, scents. And then we have a number of trails on either side of the farm. We are located on 198 acres. Of that, 160 acres are conservation land. It's especially wonderful during our therapeutic program. A lot of those riders aren't actually able to go out into the woods because of physical disabilities, and now they have 4 good legs under them and can go places they might not normally go. We have a program director that does an incredible job of sitting down with each rider and their family beforehand to get a better understanding of what previous horse experience they've had, what their goals are during the course of the week. We really try to cater to each individual for that. Pretty much anyone can have a role here at Windrush, whether they're a client or a volunteer. Our hippotherapy program starts as young as age 2. And our therapeutic program, we have riders in their 80s. And of course, you can also choose to volunteer at Windrush Farm in an effort to make our classes affordable to our clients. We do only charge a quarter of the cost of a class. That means that we are responsible for subsidizing the remaining 75%. We do this through the incredible support of the local community through corporate sponsorships, grants from foundations, and individual giving. every dollar means something and can go a mile here.
The summer at the Stevens is in full swing, including a goal for the town's children to read 1 million minutes before September. Here's Assistant Children's Librarian Chelsea Bell with more information.
This summer we're doing a new spin on summer reading. We're doing the 1 Million Minute Challenge.
This summer at the Stevens Memorial Library, we're challenged by the PTOs of the North Andover Public Schools to read 1 million minutes.
This is a progress chart, so every square on this chart counts for 60 minutes of reading, and there are 16,000 squares to fill. So we're going to need all the help we can get. So if you haven't signed up for summer reading, you should do that today.
All types of reading count. Moms and dads reading, whatever language you're reading in will count. Even the little ones that are being listened to, that are listening to mom and dad read them stories, those 15 minutes count. Anything that your child is reading this summer will count. If you want particular books, we're here to help you find them. There is a suggested reading list that the schools have provided for you in the backpacks. We're here to help you. All of us are eager to help you find the books that you want for your child.
When your child signs up for summer reading, he'll have an option of either logging their minutes online or on our board game. So each square counts as 15 minutes, and when you get to a star, your name gets put into a drawing for possibly winning a prize. On our homepage, on the top right corner, you can click on the hero icon and put in your information and start logging your minutes there. Readers can log their minutes between July 6th and August 22nd, and they can sign up at any point during the summer. Our other sponsors are the North Andover School Committee, the North Andover PTOs, the Friends of the Library, and the library trustees. And if we meet our challenge, we'll get $250 for some new books for the children's room. I'm hoping we're going to make it. So far, we've read 8,000 minutes in the first 4 days, so we're doing pretty well. Hopefully, we'll get some more logged.
Now here's Lester Rugg with a full schedule of events and activities taking place at the Senior Center this summer.
Hi, folks. As usual, Lester Rugg here. I just got back from our walk of the Senior Center. We walk on the Common. In the summertime, we have moved from the Youth Center to the Common. And on that note, I should probably divest myself of a hat because I'm so hot and warm, to say the least. At any rate, it was a beautiful day this morning. I had so many comments from all of the walkers that I meet as I walk around the Common. We try to do at least 2 laps or more, and that's over a mile. And usually it takes at least a half an hour, and we sort of schedule a full hour if you'd like to do so. We'd certainly love to have more people come out and join us here. I think that walking is so important, and Arlene Coombs, who sponsors this program, and myself, we encourage all of you to come on out. On that note, let me shift out of my attire. Well, I've changed into attire, changed my moment of address, and going to sit down and join you and chat a little bit about the highlights of the week here at the North Andover Senior Center. Of course, you know that we're advocates of this program and feel like those that are shut in or haven't a place to go, a thought, or some kind of activity that they might like to participate in, this is the place for you and I. On that note, let's give a little commentary to the highlights of the week. On Monday, for instance, we start out with yoga and strength training. We always have the popular lecture series. Later they have cards, canasta or poker, and Zumba Gold in the late afternoon, and Zumba Fitness towards evening. On Tuesday is Tai Chi, one-on-one computer training, of course, and the knitting program, an art class in the afternoon, and bingo, of course, which is very popular, and again, Zumba towards evening. On Wednesday, the Health and Blood Pressure Clinic is available. Heart to Heart is another one. News and Views is which is ever popular. Please come on down and join us for that. It's a mind breaker. I think that's the way I'm going to express it. Bridge Refresher in the afternoon, Zumba Gold again, and Zumba Fitness towards evening. On Thursday, we have the Wood Carvers, one-on-one computer training, The Joy of Exercise, Mahjong, and cards in the afternoon. Mahjong, by the way, is in the afternoon. And again, Zumba Gold. Zumba Fitness in this instance. On Friday is Cuddles, which are the dolls, and we have Bridge in the afternoon. Another note, the Fresh Table continues every Wednesday, and tickets are available at the reception desk. It's limited to 30 seniors, and price is $5, which is very nominal. Of course, always remember the ever popular Mr. Fix-It is here the first and third Thursday each month. Those guys can fix anything. The lecture series, that's one we don't want to forget. July 20th is Antonio, he's the massage therapist. July 27th, we're having Jennifer Price and Susan Schumacher from Groups Incorporated. Let me tell you, by the way, the lecture series, you cannot be sure just by the title, but let me tell you, I've been going to these for so long, and the information that is available to you is phenomenal. And again, as I say, come on down. We'd love to have you join us. July 16th, we have Rockport and Bearskin Neck day trip, and sign up begins Thursday, July 2nd. The price is $6, well worth it. Lunch is on your own. July the 29th is Friends of the North Andover Senior Center meeting at 4 p.m. Anyone that would like to attend, please join us. On July the 29th, on Wednesday, the State House, we're going to be visiting in Boston, and see the flyer on the counter for sign up and further information. It's well worth going to, and I think you'll enjoy it. My wife and I have taken this in the past, and we've always found it very, very enjoyable and informative as well. By the way, we're on Twitter, and we're also on Facebook. And if you look at the bottom of the screen, we give you a little tip on how to find us. But again, I'm going to plug the walking group. Come on down. We'll start a little bit early, like 8:30 in the morning. And on that note, we're going to walk out of here for the day, but we want to wish you the joy and pleasure of what summer can be.
Since the winter, we've been covering the district's hiring of new superintendent, Dr. Jennifer Price. This month, Dr. Price is officially taking over for Dr. Kevin Hutchinson, who retired at the end of the school year to pursue a career in writing. We met Dr. Price briefly at the dedication of the new school administration building in our last episode. But now, here she is again with an official introduction.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jennifer Price. I'm the new superintendent of schools here in North Andover, and I just want to say in my first 2 weeks in this position, I have been so excited by the community here in North Andover. It's clear that this community feels very strongly about its schools, it feels very strongly about its traditions, and it feels very strongly about its history. And I just feel so fortunate to have been chosen to lead the schools here. So a few things I wanted to say in my first address. The first is that I have an entry survey that is available on the North Andover Public Schools website. And I would ask, if you haven't done so already, take a moment to give me some feedback about what's working in the schools, some things you think I might want to address, and some questions I have about how we communicate with all of you and how decisions are being made. I'm going to spend the first few months really on a listening tour to understand really the issues that the town and also the schools are grappling with, and your input would be really valuable to me. So again, that's on the North Andover Public Schools website. If you would have an opportunity to fill that out, I would really appreciate it. The other thing is, in the last week, I've become a tweeting superintendent, and I am now available on Twitter at NASUPT, NASoup. And if you'd like to see what I'm doing on a daily basis, I encourage you to follow me on Twitter. There's so many amazing things happening in the schools, and this is just a small way for me to make sure that the community knows what's going on within our schools. So again, thanks so much. I look forward to spending a long time here in the North Andover Public Schools. And again, I really do appreciate the community's trust in me as I get an opportunity to lead these schools. Thanks.
Turning now to our GovCam update, here's a summer address from Town Manager Andrew Mailer with some exciting business and development news.
Hello, I'm Andrew Mailer, Town Manager in the town of North Andover, and wanted to provide you with an update this month on a few things happening around Main Street. It's been a focus of the Board of Selectmen and I to try to revitalize or improve the business corridor here on Main Street, and I think there's a number of important steps that are going to take place over the next several months that will help us do that. First of all, the Selectmen are heavily involved in creating the framework or the logistics to install a farmer's market here somewhere on Main Street in the next several months to, say, year to year and a half. I think it's going to be an important asset to the community, one that will draw people to the Main Street corridor. Also, over the next 30 days, it's very likely that the work on the former Brad Street School site will begin, something that we have been talking about, quite frankly, for a couple of years. But the developer has taken control of the property, and we have a construction schedule, and it looks like the project is nearing the beginning. It'll take about 2 years to complete that work, but really will change the lower end of Main Street. Additionally, a parking committee formed by myself is due to issue a report of the Selectmen in the next 30 days. They came up with some very interesting suggestions and gathered some very interesting data about the parking use here on Main Street and the town parking lot out back here of Main Street. And have come up with some recommendations that the board will take under consideration, hopefully eventually implement many of them, or some combination of those to help the parking circumstance here on Main Street and make it more efficient and effective. That'll work hand in glove with the reconstruction of Town Hall and the existing fire station into an expanded Town Hall, which will begin in December and probably take approximately 12 months. Finally, the work at the West Mill over there in High and Elm Street and along Water Street as well. There's a redevelopment plan for that site. It's very exciting. Looks like we'll be able to bring some additional market rate housing along with commercial and retail development in that area. The town has committed resources and is underway in a project that will improve the underground utilities in that area and add period lighting as well. So as you can see, from the mill property to the lower end of Main Street down near Sutton Street, the town is heavily committed in making sure we improve the Main Street corridor, not only for the future, the near future, but also for the long term as well. Hopefully you find these improvements important, and if you have any questions, as always, feel free to contact my office. Thank you.
Now let's check out the CAM event calendar for the next few weeks. Summer at the Stevens continues. There are a handful of free events for children, teens, and adults coming up in the next few weeks. Check out shows for kids like The Reluctant Dragon Lionheart, Puppets, and Earthworms, Our Humble Heroes. Adult programs include a discussion about the science of chocolate and an introduction to drawing class. Check out stevensmemlib.org for more information and times and dates. You've driven by it countless times, but have you ever been inside? The Parson Barnard House celebrates its 300th birthday this year and will be opening its doors again on Saturday, August 1st, as part of 17th Century Saturdays. Tours of the iconic yellow house will be available to the public free of charge. Come here and discover what it was like to live in North Andover during the first century of European settlement here in America. Blues and rock band Jumpin' Juba will perform as part of the summer concert series on July 19th. And cover band Better Her Than Me will take the stage on July 26th. All concerts on the Commons start promptly at 6 p.m. There are also a handful of children's shows coming up, including Jeannie Mac Kids Music, which performs July 21st, Bryson Lang Comedy Juggling, which is scheduled for July 23rd, and Dan Grady and his Marionettes, which take the stage on July 28th. The children's shows also take place on the North Andover Common. And finally, there are a few spots left in North Andover CAM's summer programs coming up in August. The workshops cover movie-making basics, editing, green screen techniques, and stop-motion animation. Get in touch with our youth coordinator, Tiffany, to sign yourself up. If you have an event to add to the calendar or have a story idea for a segment, please email us at thejournal@northandovercam.org. That will wrap things up for this week. Join us again next time for a trip to the town's water treatment lab. Plus, we'll be launching an all-new sports segment. I'm Morgan Healy. Thanks so much for watching.